Hi, and welcome to my Playhouse. And today I am mingling a little bit with my storage because I exchanged my Synology SAS box at home. You might have seen that video, but that makes me that I have this 4-bay Synology box left over, and I even have a couple of discs in it. This is an Western Digital 3 terabytes, and down here we have a Hitachi 2 terabytes. Okay, but I want this one to take over the job from my QNAP box. Let's go see that. Here is my QNAP box. It's a 6-bay drive, but it's getting old, and each of these bays is equipped with a 2 terabyte disk. So with a RAID 5, this box is doing about 9.1 terabytes of available data. So I want to exchange this with the Synology box instead. I'm gonna be putting in 2 more 2 terabytes disks. I have a bunch of them in this box. There should be 10 2 terabyte disks in that. So 2 more in the Synology box. That brings me to 6 terabytes of data. It's not enough for the storage that I need, but it's enough to get started on copying the data over there. Here are the trays for the Synology, and the discs, they fit really nicely in there. I think we'll give them a couple of screws. Have the power supply here. I have a cable ready. I guess it wasn't that ready because it's not gonna fit in that one. That other one. Yeah. Fit in the power supply here. Put that back there. And I have a NAS box right here. So I'm gonna plug in power. And I have a network connection also. Plug that in. And power it on. I've connected the Synology box out there, and it has been a little bit, and I can see here on my DHCP server, my trusty old Windows 2003, which I really should upgrade, that something called Disk Station has taken IP number 17. And I went ahead and I pinged that. You can see it's answering on ping okay, there's something there. But it won't really open a web page. Let's just check that again. No, it's not. The web page is not opening, and I can see the disk station over here. That's the name of the old disk station that I had there. I have actually sent that to the United States by now, and I will probably ping you at some time, pointing you to a video where that is gonna be shown by a much more famous YouTuber than me. But let's close this and go over here again. We don't need that one either, but this one. So the disks in the disk station probably don't have the right operating system for the Synology thing. So we need to go to Synology's webpage, which I have right here. We need to select our unit. We have a 4-bay unit out there, and it's a where are we? It's an older, it's a DS411j, that one. And we need to get some software for that. we need the assist thing here, so I'm gonna start by downloading that for Windows. We'll borrow this one, thank you, and we will save that in the download directory, thank you, with all the other crap that I've downloaded. And we need this pattern file too, the top one. So we're gonna order that for download too. And we're gonna put it in the same folder, that's cool. And both of them, oh, that one is already downloaded. That was quick. And that one is done in a second or two. So let's just open this one. Oh, hope the recording didn't end. Okay. We're gonna install the Synology Assist, which is the thing that finds the Synology box. We do actually know where it is, but this piece of software is able to communicate with the Synology box even though there is the wrong firmware on it. So we need this. English is good. Everybody on this channel should be good in that one. And we agree to this long things. I haven't read it, but I know that the other button doesn't work. And we're gonna install it right there, thank you. We get a new icon up here, I can see. Right there. And what do we want here? Would you like to install the device software? Yeah, I think we want to install that. Let's see what it does. Okay, yes, allow. Let's see what it does. Oh, it has already found the... It has found the disk station here at number 12. It just searched through. I have another one, a virtual one, running apparently, but that is okay. This one is configured for DHCP, so found that one. So we're gonna choose that one. And it says that the configuration is, I'll read this as missing. It says it in Danish. I have no idea why it's trying to do that. But we're gonna do this one, and we're gonna right click and install. And we're gonna point to the pattern file that I just downloaded in the download directory. Data 1. Open Sesame. Next. We will give it a password. Okay. And we will give it a new name. My PlayHouse -NAS. Miles per hour, NAS, cool. And we can configure an IP number for it. I do know that my storage is like between 100 and 130, so we're gonna configure this as 120. I think it's a good number. I have no idea why this is in Danish. It was supposed to be English. I'm so sure that I just installed this in English. But right now it's uploading the pattern files to the unit. Anvender netværksindstillinger means that it's using the network settings, formatting, partition. It's transferring the pattern files and it's formatting the disks in the unit. Each disk will have the operating system installed on it, so that no matter what disks you take out of the unit, there will always be a disk with the operating system on it. Oh, it's gonna do that down here. Sorry. Right now it's just formatting the system partition. I wonder how big that is anyway. Yeah, it's working pretty hard on installing that. You can see the drives blinking down there. Apparently it's working on the two last drive. It looks like anyway. The two top one is not blinking as much as the two lower ones. So, okay. Okay, I skipped ahead. Now it's actually rebooting the unit, and it gives me 600 seconds to do that. That's 10 minutes, isn't it? 600 seconds, 10 minutes. It's probably not gonna take that long, but well, this one is prepared for it. I'm really curious why this altered the language to Danish. Okay, it has completed, so we're gonna shut that down. And we can go here to the web browser. In the meantime, I have added it to my little IP plan that number 120 is being used for this one. And I save it as Oh, I made a mistake. I use a code for which password I use to each system, so that's why the password just says X2. Then I know that it's the X2 password that I'm using for this one. I have a good handful of different passwords that I use, so this one is a specific password. So let's go to that one. The number 17 is no good no more, so we're gonna type in number 120. See what we get. Do we get anything? It changes to port number 5000, which is a good thing, which means we have something in the other end. Nice. And here we'll just log in as admin and the password. Sign in. And this is brand new Synology DSM version 6.0. So we get the new stuff. Congratulations, you have set up. Cool. Next. And here we get... Oh, I can choose when it will install the DSM. These are the updates. Synology keeps updating their firmware all the time. I do think that I want to set this to installing automatically. This is a perfectly good box. It's paid for and licensed and everything, so I will have it installed every, let's say every Friday just. And I want it to install before I get here. So let's say that could be, well, I get off at about 3 o'clock, so if it install this at 2 o'clock, that would be nice. So it will always have installed the newest firmware when I get here, and if there's a problem, I will be here within a couple of hours. That's cool. Run smart test to check health of your hard disk pair. Yeah, cool, do that. You're all set. Do we want that? Nah. Okay, so we're in. And it wants to tell me all the nice stuff. I have read this 1,000 times. Oh, maybe I am exaggerating just a little bit. What was this one? That was the help. Automatically, we're not gonna show that every time it starts up. We don't need this one. And this one is a lot of the settings that we can set. I do actually think I want this thing to be powering down. Yeah, this is cool. Let's not tamper with this now. I want to do a disk group. So we'll go into the storage manager. That one. And see what it has found. Danger! One or more volumes has crashed. Okay. It seems it sees the old drives. Let's see what it sees. No volumes. Disk group. It has an old disk here. Disk 4. It still remembers that it has been in another Synology box. So we need to delete that. So we will just remove this one. Disk group 1. Remove. Yes. Password. Oh, very safe. Removing that. So now the disk group is gone. It sees the 4 hard drives. Not initialized, not initialized, initialized. Okay. So we have a Hitachi, a Western Digital, and 2 Seagates. Yeah, I know. You will fill up the comments that these drives are not to be used in a NAS box of any sort. Keep them coming. So we'll create a disk group. See, we can select all 4 drives. Next. All drives will be deleted. We know about that. And I want to choose the Synology Hyper-Rate SHR, which I think is totally cool. So selecting that, and we'll have 1 disk fault tolerance. This 2 disk fault tolerance is a new thing. If anyone was wondering about that, it's kind of like RAID 6, but it's a bit better than RAID 6 in the regards of how it uses the disk space. So next, description. I don't know why it wants a description there, but I'm fine with that one. So I get 5.4 terabytes out of this, It's not enough for all the data that I want on this, but it's a beginning. I can start copying data from it, and I do plan to extend my Synology box at home, and I'll get some leftover disks from that. So I will probably soon be upgrading this a little bit. So apply that, and this will take a bit. Okay, it's gonna do a consistency check on the drives, and that will take forever and ever and ever and ever. So I will be returning not so shortly. That's gonna be blinking for a while. I just checked. It has been running for about 5 minutes, and it has done 0.05%. So I'm gonna be ending the video very shortly. We are not gonna be seeing the result of this. It just takes too long. But I'm gonna go through what I'm actually planning to do with this. I'm gonna be using this one from now on. This one is full of the 2 terabytes that you saw. I'm gonna retiring this one, and I'm gonna be exchanging disks with this one. With this one up here. This one uses 750 gigabyte disks, and I want this one to be using 2 terabytes disks, which brings me to a total of about 17 terabytes in a shell like this. This one is already using that with 2 terabyte disks. This one is only with 750 gigabyte disks. So I'm gonna take some 750s from this one and bring down to this one. And I'm going to be selling that because they have stopped updating the firmware for it, and it's a 32-bit operating system and so on. It's a good unit. It has lots of good bass, but well, I think it's time for it to move on. I can get a bit more money for it when there is discs in it, and I'm not going to be using the 750s for anything else actually. So, and it's not, if I fill it up with 2 terabytes like it is now, I don't get enough money for it to sell those in that way. People will buy the box, they don't want to pay for the discs really. Most people will just exchange the discs for something bigger, but well, I do get a little bit extra if there's discs in it. So that is what I'm up to right now. Upgrading the storage here at my PlayHouse. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again. Join me over at Google Plus, where I post pictures of what I'm up to. You can comment, and sometimes you can even make me change stuff, because I kind of read those while I'm making videos. So have a nice day. Bye bye.